Hello and welcome, this is Mousegunner, and we're back with some more of the Beast and Exploration DLC for Battle Brothers. So we have some undead in front of us. We do have a war on our hands. I'm not really sure if completing this contract is going to finish the war or not. So I am tempted to just fight this battle. Corbin isn't our ideal man to put in this fight, but he's better than nothing. What's his current status? Alright. Alright, let's fight this sucker. I don't want to fight them in the woods if I can. Alright. Thankfully, a lot of zombies, so I think we should handle this nicely. Okay, good. We're not fighting them in the woods. Okay. Train looks like ideal for our situation. They're not going to get to me this turn, so let's just end turn. Hold. And turn. Hold. And turn. Turn. We want you to switch over to your... I guess I'll go with the axes here. We already have the javelins out, so we'll keep them out. I mean, most of these guys are low-level zombies. They're not the armored ones. I mean, I have a couple armored ones in here, but the majority is going to just be low-level zombies. So I think we can churn through these guys pretty fast. Okay, here come the Legionaries, which are going to be the toughest fight here. But I think we've gotten to a point where Legionaries are really not as big of a threat as they once were. Especially as none of them have pole arms. Shields will be able to deflect some, but... Just want to weaken the armor of some of these guys. Alright. Okay. Very low chance of hitting. But we hit him anyway. We really haven't had many necromancers in this war, if any, which has actually made the war a lot easier for me. We'll probably engage this turn, so let's hold, hold. Definitely spear wall, hold. Spear wall, hold. Hold. Spear wall. Hold. Spear wall. Alright, let's see what happens. We do have one pole arm on the zombie, but if I can get to it, take it out, then we will. Let's hold until we know what's going to happen here. Full arm zombie might not really be able to do a whole lot here. Again, I'm going to hold. Okay. I mean, they do have the possibility of breaking in here. Okay, not having a move here, so end turn. Have a move here. That was a mistake. I should not have fired at him. Just finish off the last of that guy's armor. Hold. Get an overwhelm penalty on him. And hold. Hopefully these guys will just kill themselves, more or less. The zombies, that is. As I have a hard time believing they're going to be able to break the spear walls. Unless they're extremely lucky. This is the best place that the Legionnaires, I think, have a chance of getting in. Shield wall come in. They only have one spear to defeat. All right. Switch to axes. All right. See, there they only there they only have one spear to defeat, so a lot easier for them to get in. We're out of that. Switch to our javelins. All right. Just getting those overwhelm penalties out and kill that guy so he can't really use that polearm against me. Okay. This is also why you want to spread out your damage on the zombies, because ideally, what you want to do is you want to kill the zombies rather than like one at a time. You want to kill them many at a time, so that once you get close to that end, when you're about to finish them off, you can just wipe them out in numbers so they don't come back from the dead, more or less. Okay, let's hold. He's getting quite fatigued, though, so that's a little bit of a concern. Okay, a couple of these guys still have armor, so we'll try and defeat it. Alrighty. Well, you're the most beat up. We're gonna try for the kill. There we go. You've already gone. Now, one thing I could have done to preserve my spear wall is I could have pushed him back, but that's alright. We still have an intact one here. It's not a very good one, but... yeah. This is what you don't want to have happen here. Okay. Hit. Turn. Hold. That penalty. Kill. That was our one weak point, and they've already gotten through it. Now this guy effectively doesn't have a spear wall anymore, so it's all on this guy to stop him. Okay, spear wall hold. Spear wall. It's almost dead. Okay, get rid of that guy's armor. Shoot. Alright. Guy still hasn't done anything. Because the spear walls have just been holding too effectively. Ah, shoot. Oh, come on, I left that one open for you. I'm gonna hold because we do have a dog. Finally. Okay, now we just have a handful of zombies, most of them very low health. And then one legionnaire. We may let the legionnaire in if it doesn't get in naturally, although the spear rolls are already up. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. Alright. We need to do some killing here, so let's be aggressive. Yeah, see, I actually wanted it to get in. Good shot. Whoop. Now here, I'm moving just to cover the zombies. In case they come up, we're good to go. Okay, switch to the sword. And move in. And attack. Okay, move up. And turn. You're gonna move up. Okay, I was afraid some zombies are gonna come up. We position our men to try and... we didn't want that many to come up. All right. Put a dog in there, don't put a dog in there. I say don't put the dog in there, because the dog is probably going to be more a nuisance than anything else. Move up slightly. Fire off. Okay, that was mostly for the overrun penalty. Okay, just moving to help out down here. And my goal is we kill everything this turn. We now have that ability. End turn here. Move to here. Slash. There we go. And battle over. Okay. Do we get a level up? Get our looting. Okay. Do the level up real quick here. Okay, you're now at level 9. You're also at level 9. What did we do with this guy? Ah, Fortified Mind. That makes perfect sense. Especially as this guy has really bad resolve. So, first things first. Definitely want that. Definitely want some resolve, even though we know we're going to buff that. Pretty good on fatigue, so I'm probably going to ignore that. I think my other one's just going to be the range skill, because we are throwing things after all. Okie dokie. Then your perk is going to be Fortified Mind. It gets you up. I mean, obviously it could be better, but it's better than the 39 it just was. Alright, let's go into town and get this contract paid. Fighting a lot. And I ideally want to get here before nightfall so we can maybe trade as well. Although we'll see, that might not be in the cards. Dogs chew up something in the path. Whatever it was, it once had life, bones and organs which have long since grown pale and rotten. Though the mongrel's rabid eating would suggest it might also well be a slab of steak. Baron Raymond von Rosingving greets you, attentive guards at his side. My birds tell me the town was saved. You've done well, mercenary, better than I had thought you would. Your pay as agreed upon. He hands you a satchel of 2,890 crowns. The dogs pause, turning their heads towards you with flesh swinging from their teeth, narrow black eyes staring with an emptiness that reflects their hunger. The guards lower their spears, and the dogs, somehow interpreting this correctly, slowly turn back to their dinner. Okay, they no longer besiege. That's nice. Alright. Let's just sell the all the junk that we have. Not going to be able to sell the furs here, because furs are already sold here, but we can sell all this junk. Alright. Probably going to pick up more furs ourselves. Yeah, that's worth selling. Let's sort here, because there might be some junk we want to sell that got mixed in somewhere. Like this, I think we want to sell. I didn't sell it before because I wasn't sure. That's probably good enough. There might be something that I missed, but... we definitely need tools. Buy both of those. We definitely need ammunition. Let's buy all of that. Food's not that cheap here. Although the hams are kind of cheap. Let's get the furs. Alright. Let's go into the weaponsmith. See if we have anything that we'd want. Yeah, we want this. Because we're, I think, one shy of having a full set. Yeah, we're one shy of having a full set. So... I did sell one of my, boar spears, so... these are awfully darn expensive, but... they seem to be quite a bit better, too, so... I think that it's worth the price. Okay, you need the new spear. Alright, sort. And you're alright from an initiative standpoint. Cool. Alrighty. Now, this is normally the time I would put a cut in the video, but I'm actually going to start marching up towards this town up here. And I just want to see, that's what I thought. An ambition fulfilled. Walking corpses shambling about in rags, the graveyards of every hamlet soon began to vomit them up. Yet it was only the beginning. Ancient legions from an age long past awoke, never tiring, never fearful. They march on like a cold machine, ever forward. They conquered the known world once, and they may well have done so again, were it not for a tightly knit band of mercenaries. Dead men marching, walking bones in foreign armor. Things not from this world. I never thought I see such horrors, but we prevailed. Johnson Sergeant exclaims, holding high his weapon as if to signal a charge. The curse prevailed, even against this enemy. Who would stand against us now? Who would stand against us now? Who indeed? So he did finish that ambition, and there was a good reason why I waited for that. First off, I thought it was coming, because we'd been winning the war for some time. So this event is finished. And as a result, we're going to be wrapping up this series. The day that I'm recording this is the day before the new DLC launches. I have been recording like mad to try and prepare and get everything done before it came out. So you guys have probably already seen me cover the new DLC for some time actually now. But just so you know, that's where we're at this moment. So that's one of my big motivations for stopping this particular series, is because we'll be moving on to the DLC. Now, I will be covering that series a little bit differently than I did this one, for a number of different reasons. First off, I feel like this series took a little too long because of the way I recorded with the 20-minute set intervals. This is kind of a long-form game, and it takes a little while to play it in that way. So I have started streaming. I've already put up a couple videos that are in this format, and I think I'm going to be carrying this forward. So what I'll be doing is I'll be doing live streams of the new DLC for about 3-hour periods, and I'll be recording. And again, you've probably already seen this, so this is not really news to you, but I'll be recording in that format. And hopefully that will allow... It's not going to be posting as often, but it's going to be longer videos. I don't know how popular that will be. I guess we'll see as it goes, but that's just the game plan of where I'm standing from this moment. And again, you're seeing this well after I've already started doing this, but that's kind of the reason why this series is stopping, just so that I'm clear on that. It was a good series. I enjoyed this particular setup here. I really do like having a strong front line like this. I mean, this was our default front line, or our first line, I guess you could call it. Strong shield wall in front, and then your damage dealers in the back. In particular, a reliance upon polearm guys. With the very first setup that I did, the first series I ever did of covering this game, I actually had I don't remember how many polearm guys, but most of the guys back here were polearm guys. I think I only had one archer. So it was like 4 or 5 polearm guys in the back and one archer. And I think that was very successful. Now, I did change that up because the biggest problem with that setup is the flanks. If you got flanked, either you were outnumbered or you had a very mobile opponent. The guys, your polearm guys on the flanks are always at risk. So if I were to do that kind of strategy again, like a much more of a reliance on polearms, more than we did here, like let's say we did one archer and then we did the rest polearm guys, because I think it's good to have some range combat capability, but you could go all polearm if you really wanted to. Depends on how you want to build things, and that's one of the beauties of this game, is there's a lot of variety of what you can do. But let's say that I was to go for that. I still think you would need on the flanks these guys like this, somebody with a shield that's going to be able to hold the line to a certain extent. And I think the modification I did here is I gave these guys throwing weapons to give me more range capability. So if I were to do that setup again, I would do 3 polearm guys one archer, and then 2 guys on the flanks are going to be using throwing weapons. I think that is my ideal setup. What I'm going to be doing for the next series, well, again, you've probably already seen it. I don't know, but I like to also try different things. But I think this is actually one of the easier setups to play. So if you're newer to the game, we're quite a bit into the series here, but if you are somebody that hasn't played before and you want to get into it, this is the layout that I highly recommend. Is strong shield wall front line, especially if you're starting off with less experienced men. Those shields will keep them alive. That's the biggest element of the beginning of this game. Keeping your men alive so that they can get the experience to be better. And I think that one of the easiest ways to do that is just to have that strong shield wall. When they don't have the skill to defend themselves, the shield can do it for you. In any case, let's go ahead and wrap up the series here. So, hope you guys very much have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.